The coffee's cold, the bed is made for one. I'm staring at the damage that we've done. You left your ghost in every hollow room, a heavy scent of cheap regret and dark perfume. I thought I'd crave the honey on your tongue, but now I'm choking on the air I've swung. I try to wash the memory off my skin, but where do I stop and where do you begin? The sweetness was a lie I chose to breathe, and now I'm paying for the pride I wouldn't leave. It's a bitter burn, it's a slow motion waste, a beautiful poison I'm forced to taste. You're gone like a shadow, but you're stuck in my throat, a sinking feeling in a paper boat. I loved you till my heart went black and blue. Now I'm just the wreckage of wanting you. It's the toxic aftertaste. Your name still leaves a copper tang of rust, a holy altar buried in the dust. I'm scrubbing at the corners of my mind, trying to kill the parts of me you redefined. They say that time will rinse the past I'm staring at the grooves on this vinyl soul. The same old story, taking its toll. I put the needle down and wait for the sound of the night. You said you were sticking around. It's a glitch in the system, a skip in the track, a desperate prayer that'll never bring you back. I'm trapped in a static, I'm caught in a spin, repeating the moment the walls caved in. I'm just a broken record, playing our song right at the part where it all went wrong. The same three words on a jagged loop, the same cold tea and the same cold soup. I can't move forward, I can't hit stop, waiting for the final heavy needle drop. Yeah, I'm spinning in circles, losing my mind, searching for a verse that I'll never find. The neighbors are knocking, they're tired of the noise of a heart that's still missing its favorite joys. I know every crack and I know every pop, the sound of a promise about to just drop. I should throw it away, I should break the machine, but you're the only music that I've ever seen. Round and round, the ghost of your laugh, cutting my history right down the half. I changed the station, I changed the key, but the rhythm of us is the heartbeat of me. I'm just a broken record, playing our song right at the part where it all went wrong. The same three words on a jagged loop, the same cold tea and the same cold soup. I can't move forward, I can't hit stop, waiting for the final heavy needle drop. Yeah, I'm spinning in circles, losing my mind, searching for a verse that I'll never find. Where it all silence. The sun is leaning low against the frost, counting up the hours that we lost. It's the shortest day, the longest road to walk, with only shadows left to hear me talk. I'm bracing for the deepening of the dark, searching for a flicker or a spark. The earth is turning cold and turning slow, waiting for the sky to start to snow. But the winter isn't just outside my door. It's the hollow sound of footsteps on the floor. It's a solstice in solitude, a freeze in my bones, building a castle out of heavy cold stones. The world is tilting for in solitude. The calendar is lying on the desk, a memory that's become a grotesque. I remember how you warmed my frozen hands. Now I'm drifting through these lonely Arctic lands. They say the light is coming back tomorrow, but it's a long, long way to go through all this sorrow. Even the stars look brittle and thin, wondering where the ending should begin. If the sun can find its way back to the sky, then why can't I find a way to say goodbye? I'm standing at the axis of the year, holding on to everything that brought me here. It's a solstice and solitude, a freeze in my bones, building a castle out of heavy, cold stones. The world is tilting farther from the light, leaving me to navigate the longest night. I'm waiting for the tilt, I'm waiting for the change, but everything without you feels so strange in this solstice in solitude. The light is small, the night is wide. There's nowhere left for me to hide. Just me and the cold, and my solstice in solitude. I thought by now the scent of you would vanish from the sheets, and I'd stop looking for your car on these familiar streets. The calendar is bleeding out, the weeks are turning gray, but time is just a medicine that's working the wrong way. I've scrubbed the floors and changed the locks to keep the ghosts outside, but there's a sting beneath my skin that has no place to hide. It's a lingering pain, like a burn that won't go cold, like a story in my heart that's still begging to be told. It isn't like a thunderstorm that breaks and then is gone. It's the heavy kind of quiet that follows every dawn. I'm breathing in the aftermath, I'm walking through the rain, just trying to survive the ghost of this lingering pain. There's a jagged edge on every word I haven't said to you, and a hollow echo in the hall that's piercing through and through. I saw your shadow in the glass, or maybe just the light playing tricks on a mind that's been awake for half the night. They tell me that I'm healing, that the wound is closing fast, but they don't see the splinters that you left here from the past. It's the way your name still tastes like salt upon my tongue. It's the weight of every not yet that's filling up my lungs. I'm waiting for the moment when I don't feel quite so small, but the ache is built into the very rhythm of it all. It's a lingering pain, like a burn that won't go cold, like a story in my heart that's still begging to be told. It isn't like a thunderstorm that breaks and then is gone. It's the heavy kind of quiet that follows every dawn. I'm breathing in the aftermath, I'm walking through the rain, just trying to survive the ghost of this lingering pain. It's still there in the morning light, in the middle of the night. It's just a part of me now, this lingering pain. I'm scrolling through a gallery of years I can't undo, past the blurry city nights and the quiet mornings too. There's a video of you laughing just before the screen goes black, a million frames of almost there. Never getting back. I'm hitting clear all data, but the ghost of us remains in the folders of my memory that I can't wipe away. They're just deleted scenes from a movie no one saw, the moments on the cutting floor, the beauty and the flaw, the whispers in the hallway, and the plans we never made. I'm watching every color start to pixelate and fade. We were a masterpiece until the credits started to run. Now I'm just the extra, staring at what we've done. There's a shot of us in Vegas that I edited away, and the footage of the rainy night you told me you couldn't They're just deleted scenes from a movie no one saw. The moments on the cutting floor, the beauty and the flaw, the whispers in the hallway, and the plans we never made. I'm watching every color start to pixelate and fade. We were a masterpiece until the credits started to run. Now I'm just the extra, staring at what we've done. End of the reel, nothing left to save, just a folder full of shadows and the promises you gave. Yeah, they're just deleted scenes. Black screen. I planted every promise in the dirt behind the gate. Back when I thought that love was more than just a twist of fate. I watered them with always and I fenced them in with forever, thinking we were rooted in a storm we'd face together. But the soil turned to iron and the sky turned into lead. Now I'm walking through the ruins of the things we never said. In this garden of regret, the roses never bloom. They're strangled by the weeds of garden of regret. Let the winter come, let it cover the skies underneath the cold, underneath the lonely stars. In my garden of I'm staring at the glow of a glass screen, checking for a status that I've already seen. The clock says you were active just a minute ago, but the distance in the digits is starting to show. I'm a ghost in your inbox, a name on a list, the digital proof of the ghost that I kissed. I type out a hey, then I hit the erase, trying to find mercy in a virtual space, but the cursor is blinking like a heart on a wire, and my thumb's getting tired of playing with fire. It's a lasting torture, a blue light ache, counting every second for my own heart's sake. You're online and breathing, but you're miles away in a silence that says what you'll never say. I'm refreshing the pain just to feel something true. Caught in the last scene, torture of you. Do you see my name and just scroll on by? Or is my notification a thorn in your eye? Maybe you're talking to somebody new while I'm dissecting the was and the who. Two little check marks that never turn blue are the only connection I have left to you. It's a modern day haunting, a pixelated hell, waiting for a chime or a notification bell. I'm a prisoner of typing and nothing at all, just a shadow reflected on a cold bedroom wall. It's a lasting torture, a blue light ache, counting every second for my own heart's sake. You're alive and breathing, but you're miles away in a silence that says what you'll never say. I'm refreshing the pain just to feel something true. Caught in the last scene, torture of you. Active 5 minutes a day, active just now. I wanna let go, but I don't know how. Just a scream and the last scene, torture. looking for a rhythm, but I've lost the groove. I dropped a glass and watched it shatter on time. It's the only sound I've heard in quite a while. The ticking clock is like a hammer in my head, echoing the I love yous we never should have said. I used to think that quiet meant a little peace, a momentary stillness, a sweet release. But since you walked away and closed the heavy door, I've never heard a sound so violent before. It's a loud silence ringing in my ears, the static of the memories and the salt of all the years. I'm drowning in the volume of the things you didn't say. It's crashing like a tidal wave and pulling me away. I give anything for a whisper or a fight, just to break the loud silence of the night. Your empty chair is shouting across the room. The dust is settling like a heavy gloom. I turn the radio up until the speakers cry, trying to drown out the how and why. But even at the max, I can hear the ghost of the person that I think I miss the most. Is it the sound of my heart breaking, or just the sound of the breath I'm taking? The absence of your voice is a physical weight, a roar of regret that arrived too late. It's loud silence ringing in my ears, the static of the memories and the salt of all the years. I'm drowning in the volume of the things you didn't say. It's crashing like a tidal wave and pulling me away. I'd give anything for a whisper or a fight, just to break the loud silence of the night. So deafening, so hollow and deep. The only secret I'm allowed to keep, just the roar of this loud silence. I check the clock on the bedside table, trying to be strong, trying to be able to look at you without seeing the end, to be a lover and not just a friend. But the seconds are slipping We were living on borrowed time, a stolen rhythm, a crooked rhyme. I knew the dead would eventually fall due, but I spent every second just chasing you. Now the sun is setting on a day we can't keep, and the promises we made are too heavy to sleep. Yeah, we were just renters in a house of gold on borrowed time before the story was told. Your keys are on the counter, right by the door, like they've been waiting to leave since the night before. I wanna freeze the frame, I wanna stop the gears, but I'm drowning in the noise of the coming years. Every I love you felt like a loan on a heart that I knew I could never quite own. If I could pay the interest with my tears, I'd buy back the months and I'd buy back the years. But the universe doesn't take that currency, it just takes you away from me. We were living on borrowed time, a stolen rhythm, a crooked rhyme. I knew the dead would eventually fall due, but I spent every second just chasing you. Now the sun is setting on a day we can't keep, and the promises we made are too heavy to sleep. Yeah, we were just renters in a house of gold on borrowed time before the story was told. The clock is ticking, the debt is paid. I'm sitting in the shadow that we made. Just borrowed time. Just borrowed. The coffee's cold, the chair is bare. I'm reaching out for someone who's not there. Your scent is fading from the hallway rug, the ghost of every whisper, every hug. I memorize the rhythm of your breath. No silence is a this empty I saw your shadow on the street tonight, but when I turned it vanished in the light. Just another stranger in a winter cold, another lump of sorrow in my throat. We used to be the fire in the dark, and now I'm just the ash without a spark. They say you have to lose it all to learn, but I didn't want to watch the bridges burn. I'm holding on to threads of yesterday, while everything we were just drifts away. This is the sound of a heart's final beat, the echo of in full retreat. I'm standing in the wreckage of forever, trying to remember how we were together. Now the pulse is gone, the room is still. If time heals everything, I'm waiting for the thrill, but it's just the heavy, steady rhythm of the rain, marking time inside this empty frame. One last thought against my chest, then I'll lay this memory to rest. Final beat, final beat. Now there's nothing left but me. I never thought I'd be a student of the dark. I learned to find the beauty in a dying spark. I'm studying the way the dust floats in the hall, and how the evening shadows lean against the wall. The first thing that I learned when you close the door is that forever doesn't live here anymore. I'm reading chapters of the things I got wrong, and humming verses of a half-forgotten song. It's a quiet education, a bitter kind of truth, the kind they never taught us in our youth. Oh, I'm taking lessons in loneliness tonight, learning how to breathe without your hand inside. I'm mastering the silence, I'm passing every test of how to live with keep on walking when the hope is gone. I've learned to keep the radio playing in the car, so I don't have to wonder where on earth you are. I'm becoming an expert on the might have beens and all the different ways a story ends. There's no graduation, there's no golden prize, just the heavy wisdom in these tired eyes. The more that I learn, the less I seem to know about why it's so hard to just let you go. Yeah, I'm taking lessons in loneliness tonight, learning how to breathe without your head inside. I'm mastering the silence, I'm passing every test of how to live with this hollow in my chest. It's a long cold road, a slow and steady climb, learning how to lose you one day at a time. Classes in session, the lights are turned low. I'm learning the things I didn't want to know. Just a student of the blue, still learning how to miss you. I watched it climb above the pines, so silver and so still, promising the kind of peace that I would never feel. You swore your love was constant, like that orb up in the blue, and I was a fool for thinking light meant anything was true. Now the house is cold and quiet, and the stars are out of tune, and I'm staring at the ceiling, cursing at the moon, 'cause the moon is a liar, dressed in stolen light, gilding all the wreckage of another lonely night. It promised me a pathway back to where you used to be, but it's just a ghost of something that's too far for me to see. Yeah, it glows like coal, but it's cold as a stone. The moon is a liar, and I'm still alone. It paints the porch in Mercury, where we used to dance, leading me to believe in just one more second chance. It makes the shadows look like you, standing by the gate. But when I reach to touch your hand, I'm always just too late. It's a hollow, empty mirror, reflecting back my fear that the dawn is getting further every time it shines. pretty witness to the center of the storm. It watches while I'm breaking with that same indifferent face, leaving me to wander through this dark and empty space. Yeah, the moon is a liar, dressed in stolen light, gilding all the wreckage of another lonely night. It promised me a pathway back to where you used to be, but it's just a ghost of something that's too far for me to see. Yeah, it glows like hope, but it's cold as a stone. The moon is a liar, and I'm still alone. Turn it off, pull the shades. I'm tired of the beauty that never stays. Don't believe in silver. The moon is a liar. I watch the waves break hard against the shore, thinking how I don't feel the sting anymore. I used to be water, I used to be fire, fueling the flames of every desire. But the ice set in when you walked out the door. Now I don't recognize the man on the floor. I'm building a wall, stone by heavy stone, to protect the pieces of a life left alone. No more shaking, no more tears to cry. I'm burying the boy who said goodbye. Now I've got a heart made of rock, cold and gray, so it won't have to break when they all walk away. It doesn't beat faster, it doesn't feel blue. It's the only way I could get over you. No cracks for the light, no room for the pain. Safe from the lightning and safe from the rain. You can't hurt a mountain, you can't break a blood. I'm finally safe with this heart made of rock. People tell stories of how I used to be, soft as the sand and wild as the sea. But kindness is heavy when you carry and breathe, and feeling nothing is a hollow relief. So I locked the windows and I bolted the gate. Now I'm just a statue standing in wait. But sometimes at night, when the world is asleep, I feel a small shiver, a secret I keep, a hairline fracture, a tiny little spark, trying to just a stone in the dark alone. The sun went down at 5, but the light left long ago. I'm watching shadows stretch across the floorboards, nice and slow. I haven't moved the pillow where you used to rest your head. Now it's just a desert on your side of the bed. I've memorized the pattern of the cracks upon the wall, waiting for footsteps or a phantom phone call. The clock on the mantle is ticking like a heart, counting every second we've been pulled apart. They say the dawn is coming, but the sky is ink and lead, and I'm just trapped inside the things we never said. Oh, it's the longest night I've ever had to face, trying to find some warmth in this cold and hollow space. The moon is just a silver blade cutting through the blue, reminding me of everything I lost when I lost you. The hours are like mountains that I'm trying to climb around, in the longest night that I have ever known. I tried to close my eyes, but the silence is too loud. Every memory of us is drifting like a cloud. I can almost feel your hand, just a ghost against my skin. But then the cold reality comes shivering back in. The neighbors turn their lights out, the street is deathly still. I'm bracing for the winter that I know I'll never kill. If I could just sleep, I could see you in a dream. But lately even sleeping isn't easy as it seems. I'm wide awake and shaking while the stars refuse to shine. Just a man who's run out of your love and out of time. Oh, it's the longest night I've ever had to face, trying to find some warmth in this cold and hollow space. The moon is just a silver blade cutting through the blue, reminding me of everything I lost when I lost you. The hours are like mountains that I'm trying to climb alone, in the longest night that I have ever known. The sun is late, the dark is deep. I've got 1,000 broken promises to keep, still waiting for the light. In the longest night. your word like a silver pill to quiet the ache and the winter chill. You promised a cure for the holes in my chest, a temporary peace, a moment of rest. I felt the glow start to hum in my veins, thinking I'd finally broken the chains. But the chemistry's shifting, the colors are gray. The magic you promised is fading away. I was chasing a ghost, I was hugging a cloud. Now the silence is getting too loud. It was a placebo love, a trick of the light, a sugar-coated lie in the middle of the night. You didn't heal me, you just made me numb. And now I'm staring at the nothing I've become. I wanted a miracle, I settled for a sign, but the heart that was beating was never really mine. Just a placebo love. The bottle is empty, the labels are torn. I'm waking up cold in the light of the morn. You were the bandage, but never the hand. Building a kingdom on sinking sand. I convinced my soul that the fever had broke, but I'm still the punchline to your favorite joke. It's a psychological war, a desperate play, taking the poison to keep the pain at bay. How do I detox from a ghost in my bed when the only thing real was the script in my head? It was a placebo love, a trick of the light, a sugar-coated lie in the middle of the night. You didn't heal me, you just made me numb. Now I'm staring at the nothing I've become. I wanted a miracle, I settled for a sign, but the heart that was beating was never really mine. Just a placebo love. No active ingredients, just hollow and sweet. I'm still broken in the passenger seat. Yeah, it was only placebo love. I'm standing on the corner where we used to meet, watching shadows stretch across the empty street. The sky is turning velvet, just like it always does. But I'm missing the forever that I thought we were, because the streetlights flicker on a cold and lonely white, while I'm bracing for the heavy of another sleepless night. that's never gonna come. Just a heart beating rhythm like a broken drum. Yeah, it feels like the sun forgot my name. Like it's tired of trying to burn through all this rain. It shines on every window, on every lucky face, but it can't find its way into this hollow place. I'm reaching for the morning, but the sky just stays gray since you took the light and walked the other way. It's getting dark, so dark out here. I'm just a shadow you left behind. Yeah, the sun forgot my name. The doctors of logic say I'll be fine. That grief has a limit, a border, a line. But they haven't felt how the air turns to stone when the person you live for leaves you alone. It's not a quick sting or a temporary fall. It's a slow-moving shadow that swallows it all. There's no magic pill and there's no steady cure. When the love was so deep and the ending so pure. This is terminal heartbreak. It's down in my bones. A city of silence and hollowed out phones. I'm breathing the dust of a life we once led, with a heart that's still beating but already dead. It's a long fading sunset that won't hit the floor. The ache of a hand that won't open the door. Yeah, I'm terminal now, and I'm losing the fight. Just a mad woman chasing the ghost of your light. They tell me that someday I'll smile again, but someday is a country I can't enter in. I'm stuck in the world of our favorite songs, replaying the rights and dissecting the wrongs. The diagnosis is simple, the prognosis is bleak. I'm losing my pulse every time that I speak. I don't want a bandage for a soul deep tear. I don't want a new start or a different year. If this is the end, let it be what it is. The weight of your memory, the ghost of your kiss. This is terminal heartbreak. It's down in my bones. A city of silence and heart turning back. Everything's fading to gray and to black. Terminal, yeah, it's terminal. One final beat for the you. Past the cafe where we carved out our names, but the table is gone and the street's not the same. I saw a reflection in a shop window pane. For a second I thought I saw you through the rain, but it's just a trick of the evening light. Another ghost chasing me into the night. I try to run, I try to hide, but there's nowhere to go when the heart is inside. Every corner I turn, every road that I take is just another path for my heart to break. 'Cause I'm living in memory's shadow, where the sun never manages to shine. I'm reaching for hands that I can't hold, tracing a life that's no longer mine. It follows me close, it won't let me be the ghost of the person you used to see. I'm lost in the dark, and I'm losing the fight, living in memory's shadow tonight. I still keep your sweater at the bottom of the drawer, though it doesn't smell like your perfume anymore. It's just a piece of fabric, heavy and gray, like the clouds that have followed since you went away. I hear you laugh in the sound of the crowd. The silence you left is getting too loud. Is it better to forget or to carry the weight? To burn every bridge and leave it to fade? fade, it won't go away. Just a silhouette of us in the shadow. I still reach for the phone when the clock strikes 10. Then I remember I can't call you again. The kitchen is quiet, the coffee's gone cold, just like the promises we used to hold. I find your hairbrush left by the sink. It's harder to breathe when I have time to think. The silence is heavy, a weight on my chest. Of all the ghosts here, yours is the best. And I'm still haunted by the traces of your voice, echoing in hallways, leaving me no choice but to listen to the shadows of the things we used to say before the light went out and you walked away. I'm screaming your name into an empty room, while the garden we planted forgets how to bloom. Every whisper of wind through the hollow of the door is just a trace of your voice that I can't hear anymore. I saw your coat hanging back by the stairs. I haven't moved it, I don't think I dare. It still holds the scent of the rain and the pine. Back when your You're wearing that smile like a Sunday dress, hiding the weight of this beautiful mess. We walk through the crowd and we play the part, but there's a cold hallway inside of my heart. No blood on the floor, no marks on the skin, just the slow, quiet ache of the might have been. The deepest